Carolyn Coyle, and I am a consultant and author with Pieces of Learning. And I'm here today to talk to you about one of my workshops, Solving the Assessment Puzzle. I actually love the name of this workshop and the name of the book that goes along with it, because so much of education today is tied up in trying to solve our assessment puzzles. In this workshop, we begin by talking about some of the words that we use in assessment. We use the word assessment a lot, but we also use the word testing. We also use the word evaluation. We also use the word measurement, and we talk a little bit about what are the differences in those words. We talk about many of the reasons for assessment. A lot of people think that assessment is only for one reason, and that would be to evaluate students and teachers. But there are actually many, many reasons that we assess our students in school. The majority of this workshop, though, is a very practical workshop on how we design and develop assessment instruments. All of us know that standardized testing is a part of our lives, but actually most of the assessments that we do in our classroom is not developed by an outside agency. It would be developed by our schools, our teachers, perhaps some our textbooks. But how do you develop a good rubric? How do you know the criteria that a rubric should have in it? How do we base our rubrics on the standards that we are to be teaching our students? How do we encourage students to go above and beyond the minimum? All of those are included in this workshop. We'll practice writing rubrics, we'll practice developing assessment criteria, we'll practice ways to put points on rubrics if indeed you need to have points so that you can put grades in a grade book. We also take a look at something called criteria cards. And a criteria card is a generic card that you can use over and over again for product-based learning or for certain processes that students might use over and over again. So for example, you might have a criteria card for a chart. No matter what chart you're doing, what the content is in the chart, there are certain things about a chart that are generic from one to another to another. Or a process might be group participation. No matter what your group is talking about academically, content-wise, there are certain things that you want the group to do each time they participate together. So lots of criteria cards can be developed and then used over and over and over again. We will talk about that. We also talk in the Solving the Assessment Puzzle workshop, we talk about what do you do if you're doing differentiated lessons and every student in the class is not doing exactly the same project or the same product. How do you assess that multitude of different products? And we show you lots of ways to do that. Finally, we talk about things such as student-led conferences and portfolio assessment. How do we use those in a differentiated classroom? Anyone who comes to this professional development, this workshop on assessment, will leave with many assessment tools that can be used for pre-assessment, for formative assessment, or for summative assessment. I think that any teacher, kindergarten through 12th grade, would benefit from this workshop. If you'd like more information or if you'd like to book this workshop, you can contact Pieces of Learning at 1-800-729-5137. Thank you.